What's up guys, it's Brandon Childs. Today I'm going over an exercise called the ball kneeling single arm curl press. Now this is one of my favorite exercises because it really teaches your central nervous system how to appropriately engage your hips with your core together to keep your body in a nice neutral position to protect your lower back and your spine while lifting some kind of resistance from the ground up over your head. It's also really good for isolating your core from your arms so that you're not using any kind of momentum and things like that or improper muscles when you want to strengthen your arm. Now, while it is important to usually generate force from your core to your arms, sometimes you're not always in a position to where you can consciously do that. That's why you want to teach your body how to maintain your core in a neutral position while you're lifting some kind of weight with your arms so that when you are in that position, you're not going to be compromised. So for this, you want to make sure that you're comfortable kneeling on a medicine ball or a gym ball before you try this. Obviously, you're adding a lot more challenge with the resistance, so just make sure you're comfortable there. The next part is you have the option of choosing between a dumbbell and a medicine ball. Because if you basically choose a medicine ball, it makes it a lot more challenging, but at the same time, it allows you to work on the back of your shoulder a lot more. It makes it easier to put your body in the right position with the proper shoulder mechanics, but it makes it more challenging because now you have to worry about balancing a ball and palm of your hand. But more than likely, you're going to be using a dumbbell, so that's what we're going to use for it. So, first off, start on your knees. Once you get nice and comfortable, again, make sure you're balancing on more of the front of your knees, not so much on your shins. If you do have to fail and lose balance, you always want to fail going forward because you want the top of your feet to catch yourself. You will not fail as long as you go forward and lean back like that. Just don't over-exaggerate or make any big movements. You'll be fine. So once you're nice and balanced, you have the dumbbell on one side, you'll automatically feel your weight wanting to shift to one side of the ball. Really focus on staying nice and centered. Use your obliques and the hips connecting together. Obviously, you're squeezing your glutes and your pelvis up in the front so that you're using your glutes and not your lower back. And from there, all you do is you do your curl, and then press straight up, come straight back down. You can either rotate for the curl, you can keep it straight, it's up to you. Either way, just curl up, but when you do press up, you want to make sure your palms is facing in or facing all the way towards you like an Arnold press. You don't want to rotate your shoulder forward like that just because it's not good shoulder mechanics. You want to make sure that you're pressing up neutral like that to use the back of your shoulder. However, if you're using a medicine ball or gym ball, your shoulder's already going to be in the right mechanics and you're going to be using the back of it naturally. So then on the other side, same thing. Curl, press it up. As you press up, you'll notice my body tends to want to lean to one side. My hips and my abs and obliques are really working to keep me nice and neutral here on the ball, really challenging my central nervous system to keep my body in proper alignment. When you are going through the range of motion and curl and pressing up, if you feel yourself shift like one side or the other, basically if I press up this way, more than likely I'm going to crunch down on this side. All you have to do is engage this oblique down and bring your knees slightly this way. Again, don't over exaggerate the movement, but naturally try to just correct yourself with a slight correction to keep yourself nice and straight. You don't want to be stuck in this leaned over position. Same thing if I'm doing it on this side. If I curl up here, more than likely you see I want to arch this way. I really have to slightly pull this hip or oblique down and my hips that way, but you see if I overcorrect too much, I really swing too far to the side. So it's really just small corrections and activation in your oblique that you need to do to correct yourself. Never make any kind of big adjustments or movements like that on here. That's the quick way to fail. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and if you have any questions or requests, make sure you leave them in the comments so that I can continue to make content that will bring out your ultra instinct.